What's going on YouTube? It's Ninja7, your resident Mistweaver Monk. This is going to be my first video since the live stream from hitting 500 subscribers. It was a ton of fun. A lot of you guys came out, answered a lot of questions. Hopefully you got to know me a little better if you made it. If not, I think the VOD is posted on my Twitch channel. It's the same name as YouTube. But anyways, let's get into today's video. So today I am going to do a little something different. Obviously, you see I still have Phalanx Stomp. I'm trying out Night Fae again. This key is only going to be a plus 15. I like to generally talk over, easier keys just so that I don't, botch it for everyone. But I'm also experimenting a little, so I did not want to push too high with my experiments. That way we could kind of just see how it does before we actually take it into the big stuff like I don't know, 20s or something. Now, let me answer this guy's question. Okay, my strategy is we're obviously running Phalanx Stomp. That's not just it. But if you look, I really wanted to push up my haste, since that way we'll get more resets. I know that Phalanx Stomp does scale with crit and verse, so I still try to keep those high, but I really want to push up that haste. I want to be like a machine gun, just punching and kicking. That way we never fall behind on healing. We always have some healing coming out from our ancient teachings. But I want you to look at my build real quick and tell me if you see it. Tell me if you see our damage option. There it is, faulty countermeasure. Now, if you notice, it is only item level 242, so it's not big, but it's not like a normal trinket where when the item level goes down, you lose out on intellect. It actually scales off of our crit, like it gives us crit as its stat. But how it works is every 2 seconds, I'm sorry, every 2 minutes, when we use it, our weapon now starts applying this dot, and the dot hits hard. This trinket was really got all the tanks excited at the beginning of the season, because when they announced that we're going to be going back for time walking, because it's a really good trinket. It does a lot of damage. Now it has not gotten as much hype for healers just because it doesn't scale main stat. Now normally a DPS can trade off some of their main stats, since their main stat just scales damage for more damage, like for the passive. They're fine trading damage off for damage, but we aren't as fine with that just because, we need to heal. And doing damage does not give us healing through, dots. I mean, yeah, our punches and kicks do through ancient teachings, but that's different. But you know what? Crit is good enough on us. And I just want to see, look at that, dude. It was my main source of damage, that pool. We're just going to see if it can work, honestly. Now, I do think it would probably be, our best option right now for pushing keys still is Fallen Order. It doesn't directly give us damage because, they just sit there and heal. I mean, they do throw out some kegs every now and then, some spinning crankcakes, but it's just not as much as like Bone Dust Brew or Phalanx Stomp gives. But I don't know. I wanted to try this with Phalanx Stomp. Try it with the haste build. That way, we're applying more of the dots. Now, as you see, it is bursting week, which normally. Bursting week, what did he say? He said guess not. Normally bursting week is a great week for Fallen Order. We usually do that very easily. Oh, they're asking about Night Fae. Normally we handle bursting very easily. We have revival and panic scenarios, but we have that Fallen Order just heals through it can heal. I've had it heal I think 11 stacks last season, but only about 8 stacks this season, which was pushing it, obviously. Yeah, it's overall pretty sick ability, but I really think we can get as much healing without it. I think Ancient Teachings, obviously it's just a 15. It can easily heal, like solo heal a dungeon at this level. Now, if this trinket does prove to be worth it, if it does prove to maybe solve our damage issues, then I will go back to Fallen Order and I will try to push like a plus 20 with it. But until then, yeah, we're just gonna stay Phalanx Stomp and really try to push the damage. And who knows, maybe, oh shoot, I am getting smacked. Guys, we gotta pull. We gotta pull. This thing's gonna beat us up. Okay. Who knows, maybe Phalanx Stomp still would be the answer if we were to push keys with this trinket. But I don't know. Losing out on that intellect from just having a good trinket like Ruby or something, it might prove to not be as good, but also the crit will be good with Fallen Order, because, you know, Fallen Order really likes having crit. Yeah, let's see how much damage this trinket gives you. Now, I will say I'm not pressing Faulty Countermeasure. What I do is I have a macro that hits all of my the macro has all of my Covenant abilities on it, so that way whenever I, like if I want to do a Night Fae key, then I want to do a Venture key, I can just keep that same button. I'm sure a lot of you have that. We're actually going to pin these guys into the wall. That's a good way to use ROP, but yeah, okay, we got the heel kicked. Yeah, so this, I'll go ahead and show it in just a second. But this macro is really good. I highly recommend doing this on all of your characters. Having one macro that just has all of your Covenant abilities on it. Not that one. It is this one. Here it is on the screen. It's very simple. Just, you know, you swap Kyrian, it'll cast Weapons of Order. If you swap Necro, it'll do Bone No Sprue. But I do put trinkets at the top of it, so you use the trinkets before you use it. So every now and then, every 2 minutes, whenever I cast Phalanx Stomp, I will be casting or using that trinket that we're talking about. But obviously the downside, I think I just used it. The downside to not, you know, having it as a separate button is that we could just use it on like a pack that we don't want to use it on. So that's one optimization that we could already make, is just having it a separate button. But I figured, you know, I'm just the kind of guy that likes to have macros kind of have a lot on them. We're gonna stand in this, and I know it's the wrong way to do it, but you know what? It's a 15. We just want to pump damage, especially while we have our trinket active, our damage trinket. Okay, let's get to pumping. I'm very excited. I kind of want to stay away from you know, checking on the damage meters until after the key. We totally missed that Phalanx Stomp, but we got the reset, so we are totally fine. I kind of want to stay away from doing that. We're going to go on Revival, but I just want to see at the very end what the number looks like, how good this trinket really is. Because if we can sub in just a single trinket to solve all of our issues, which our issues are just damage at this point, we could become meta. Absolutely we could. Because we have the healing covered, you know, more than any other healer. Maybe like Holy Priest can compete, or Resto Druid can compete with our key healing. But yeah. If we can fill our only gap, then I think maybe that could be the thing that pushes us over. We're gonna fight on that Phalanx Stomp as much as we can. I'm pretty sure I've already said this because I know I've spoken kind of around it, but the reason why I am doing Phalanx Stomp or Night Fae with this trinket is just because haste scales with Phalanx Stomp quite nicely, and it scales with a trinket quite nicely. One thing I have not touched on, though, is how to get this trinket. A lot of you probably have not even seen this trinket yet. It is a time walking trinket. So it's from the dungeon vaults. So whenever there's Legion time walking, it is from, let's see if we can find it really quick. Legion Vault of the Wardens. So you had to grind it while it was time walking week. So if you have it, great. If it's good. If you don't have it, maybe next time it's out, then you'll know to grab it. And if you notice, we're doing 8.8k healing, which is totally fine for a plus 15. You do not need much more healing than that. But we are not here for this pool, as I'm sure the team knows. I'm just going to go ahead and pop it. It's not Fort Week, so we don't need to wait till the second rage. We're just going to do our damage. Is that the buff? Do we have the buff? Sheathed in Frost. Yes, we do have the buff right now. So we're not going to touch death while we have the buff. That way we can just maximize that damage. 2.6k on a single target pool is not too good. Ooh, big pool, big pool. We're gonna go Chi-Ji here. One tip when you use trinkets like this that apply a dot on your target is it's always nice to tab target if you can. We are just absolutely getting pinned in. It's nice to tab target, that way like we're gonna apply it there, and then we're gonna apply it there, and then if that makes sense. Oh my goodness, they just spawn on me. We're gonna go ahead and stop and heal for a bit. We don't have that passive on us anymore, so we don't really mind losing out on some damage there. As you can tell, I am playing very suboptimally. It is pretty difficult to talk while you play, like kind of talk about topics or just about your gameplay, but I do enjoy doing it, and I do miss making videos. I took a week's break. It was pretty nice to take, but I don't want to take them too often. But it was just nice, you know, once I hit a milestone, just take a break and really, like, enjoy that milestone, you know. Which, once again, thank you so much for the 500 subscribers. Obviously, this would not be possible without you guys, because y'all are the ones that actually hit the subscribe button. But if you haven't, you know, feel free to go and hit that now. Especially if you want to see more stuff like this. I really like to try a lot of new things and see if I can... it would be fun to, like, lead the charge of Mistweavers into, like, a new territory, like, you know, this trinket. Or just try new things and maybe find something that no one's really thought about yet. And I feel like, obviously, everyone's thought to try all 4 covenants, so there's not really much new territory there, but I do think trinkets, especially with time walking coming out, has kind of opened up a realm for trying stuff. Stop to heal a bit. I'm gonna go ahead and stun there. I just want to stay in melee. I'm gonna stay here, let everyone move away from me. We're gonna cancel that essence font early, just start kicking and punching again. Get these ads dying quicker. Obviously, 2 stacks of bursting is not much at all. We can kind of just let our hots tick away on that, but I will say I was kind of worried about maybe doing bigger pools with this build. What are you doing, dude? One thing I guess he did not know is that this pipe here is like fake. Yeah, you see there's a pipe there, you think, oh, I can stand behind that. You can't. For some reason, it's just coded to where the hay wire goes through this pipe. So that is, see, his pod was there. That's absolutely what he was doing. But I was worried about, you know, high stacks, but Mistweaver's hots are just very good against bursting. We can probably solo heal, like, without a covenant ability, quite a few stacks. I don't know the number. I'm not going to say a number because I know I'll just be speaking out of my ass, but we can handle bursting very well. I will say this haste is very nice with Ancient Teachings. And since we are running, let me find it. Since we're running Spirit of the Crane, the talent, by the way, these are my talents that I'm running. But since we're running that, as long as we are cycling through Tiger Palm and Blackout Kick, we are totally fine on mana. We can absolutely counteract the mana issues that everyone's afraid of running Night Fae. Look at these resets, dude. Look at my mana bar, it just stays full though. Not even phased about the high mana cost of the Night Fae ability. Do we have the passive? Our passive is falling off, so that means that in a minute and a half we will be able to use it again. So I'm guessing that'll probably be on the boss. It'll probably be on the second boss, which is exactly where we want it. We want that big damage buff there. All right, let's see if Night Fae can handle this. Well, I know it's only 3 adds, but these adds honestly do hit pretty hard. I know, like, when you do like a plus 19, plus 20, these adds can kind of be scary. We're not gonna stun it. I know our other monk just, well, let's just do it. Might as well. We're kind of seeing this damage is nothing on a plus 15. 3 stacks. How's everyone going? I know it's been quite a while. It's been, I think YouTube shows it as 2 weeks, so I think it's been about 12 days since I've posted. I hope all of you are doing well. I hope you're all making progress in raid. I know we are currently 3 out of 10. We killed Desanya last week. I think we could have killed her a lot sooner if we had more focus. But I guess that's another story. I will say we got a couple pulls. We did about half of a raid night, or maybe a full raid night on Zymox, and honestly our raid was not focused, so we did not make much prog, which was pretty upsetting. I know me and one of the other healers were kind of hoping that we would kind of shape it up and start making prog, because I really want to see how that fight ends. It's a very cool fight, but yeah, it's just not meant to be that night. But it doesn't seem too hard. The healing is not very intensive. Who knows, I might even go Night Fae on that fight. Make a video about it. I do think Night Fae would be good on that fight, because he spawns about 5 adds. And, you know, as you know... Oh, I was going to go get that. As you know, we are target capped with the Night Fae ability at 5 targets. Or I think it's 5 or 6. I can't remember. But maybe we could bring some Night Fae into the Mythic rating, but... I don't know. Last time I experimented with Mythic rating, you guys did not like it. I made that ranged Mistweaver video for the Skull-X fight in particular, and some of you thought I meant like you should play it on every single fight. No, it's not what I meant. I think that it is just we found a fight where that is a viable option. To the point where my raid lead even was like, "Are you going melee? No, maybe you should go ranged." Yeah. They all call me the ranged Mistweaver Monk now in my guild. I don't mind it. I'm like one of few. But as you see, I still do play, you know, Ancient Teachings in almost every form of content, so... I was definitely not saying that you should make a full swap to ranged. We're gonna... he's got it. Nice. I think we did like 3.5k damage there. Or DPS there. Not bad, not bad. A fun fact about me, that boss fight, I love it, dude. Just the banter between them is so funny. When I first started playing back in Castle Nathria, I don't know. I just love that fight. It's a good fight. One that I'll remember for a while. But Bonsomdi on this dungeon is super annoying, I will admit. Okay, so the damage is coming soon, so we're going to go ahead and apply our dots. We got a reset, so we're going to move off that one and get to a clear spot. Nice. We were able to manage that pretty well with Ancient Teachings. Yeah, the haste with Ancient Teachings just ensures... one of the things is, like, you always want to know what your weaknesses are. That way you can try to find a way to fill them, and then that's how people can really put stuff in the meta. Is if something has no weakness, that even if it doesn't do anything great, it might actually just push it into the meta. And one of the weaknesses of ancient teachings is, say you have someone at 90% health, and then you have someone at 20% health. Obviously, we want our oh shit. Oh, good thing I'm knife A. But obviously, we would want like our big Rising Sun Kick heal to go to that 20% health person. But since we can't control where it goes, oh, we're gonna have to move. Since we can't control where it goes, it's just nice to have more haste. That way we can just ensure that we're getting more heals out to increase the chance of that person getting healed. Now, I know, like, with our Blackout Kicks, sometimes it'll heal for, like, 10k. It's definitely not the 25k heal that you can get from Rising Sun Kick, but it is still 10k, which is quite a nice burst of healing. So, that's why I'm really digging this haste with Ancient Teachings. Now, in Raid, though, I don't really know if haste would be as good as it feels in Mythic Plus. One, because mana would become a big issue. And two, I don't know. So, I mean, I feel like our healing profile in Raid is nice to kind of be like a spot healer of whoever needs it. And I feel like just playing crit verse, pushing that damage really high is nice. And yeah, but I would probably not, try to push 30% haste on a Mistweaver. One also notable thing about having haste on Mistweaver, though, is haste, I'm pretty sure it does this just like it does, oh my god, just like it does for Resto Druids. It speeds up the tick rate of our HOTS. So, like, say if you have 10% haste, maybe the HOT will tick, I don't know, I'm just making up numbers to kind of prove a point, but maybe it'll tick once every second. Whereas if you had 20% haste, it would tick like twice every second, so, but it's just nice to have on HOTS. Very nice. That's why you see Resto Druids pushing their haste really high. Because it is super, super good with HOTS. Because it can literally just increase the overall healing. Wow, this is a very big pool. But she did say let her get them all together first. Maybe we can pop off here. We're going to spin and green kick as much as we can. But I definitely don't want to be caught with my pants down with no, come on guys, with no Ancient Teachings ready. So I'm going to Essence Font as much as I can. As you see, Revival there was very clutch. We got up to, I think it was 9 stacks, and just clicking Revival and it does all the healing, gets the dots to go away. Now this next pool, we don't have Chi-Ji, which is our other big cooldown for healing, and we do not have Revival. So I am worried about these stacks, but we're going to go ahead and pop this. With our big AoE damaging abilities. Oh, we got the reset from the Chi Burst. That's really nice. Right now, with the ads stunned, you don't need to do healing, but it is still nice to get those HOTS applied, because like now, as you see with the damage coming out, it was nice to just have a little healing. Oh, I can't even heal that person. What am I doing? It was nice to have those HOTS applied for when the damage does start to come out. And like, as you know, like our role is to heal. It's not to do damage. Like we can, as long as we're healing the damage dealers, they'll be totally fine. Oh, we lost one. Dang, I was really thinking we survived that pool. We are low on mana, just because we did not get any Blackout Kicks rotated that pool. We could go ahead and eat this mage food, which I should be doing, but I think we'll be okay. Maybe we'll just, touch it here. Oh, we're pulling the mother. Erebus, you are brave. I think if this trinket does prove to be worth you know, running in like every key I run from here on out. I will make a weak word to kind of show me when I have that active on me, just so I know I know for a fact I need to start target swapping. Just that, you know, that kind of thing. That kind of knowledge is always nice to have, what buffs you have on you. Just like I have this ancient teaching line here, which if you don't know, that's what that little white bar is. It just shows me how much longer I have my ancient teachings on. Like, yeah, obviously you could not use that and just essence font on cooldown, but sometimes you don't need the essence font, you know? Sometimes it's just nice to sit there and pump damage and know how long you can get away with pumping that damage. We're gonna just let our hots roll on people coming into the boss. We are safe for now. I mean, we're good. I think we can pull. Okay, nice. That spinning crane kick that I just did, I've spoken about this in one of my other videos. I cannot remember which video it was. But spinning crane kick does have a longer range than our other punches and kicks. Oh no, I accidentally took a portal. That's not good. But it does have a longer range than Rising Sun Kick and Blackout Kick. So if stuff's out of range... Oh man, I'm so bad. Gotta start punching and kicking and getting our health up. If stuff is out of range, you don't have to just sit there and run behind it. You can spinning crane kick, at least do a little damage, apply your dot until you can get in range to actually do your big punches and kicks. Okay, that's nice. All the traps are spread out. That's how we like it. I'll probably have to... I'm gonna go and cocoon the shaman. Yeah, he would have definitely died there. I'm having to use a lot of cooldowns. The shaman's probably just dead, right? Nah, we got him. Oh, fuck. The lightning targeted me. I was just about to press when I landed my fortifying brew, but the lightning targeted me. Wait for that beam to move, and then we're gonna pop our defensives. Which actually worked out nice because I did get targeted by Arcane Lightning. Okay, this shaman is just taking a beating. Sorry, I'm not talking. I'm focusing. Oh no! Right as I talk, I step on a trap. Hopefully that does not come back to bite us. There we go. Okay, as long as it targets me, only I need to take the thing. I did take it a little early, so we're gonna pump our heals here. Just get this guy topped up. Slow falling. Go away. Okay, so we survived the boss. Barely. I think it's just, honestly, I kind of fucked us over with mechanics a bit. I don't think our healing was low to kill that boss without losing anyone, but maybe it was a little. Maybe Fallen Order would have done better. Brittle? Ooh, Brittle's low there, but as you see, it did do 11.3% of that boss's damage from us. Oh, we're already at the end of the dungeon. I'm yelling. I don't have Touch of Death, which normally can do about half of the totems. health, but monks do a lot of single target damage for a healer. Okay, where am I going? I'm going front left with a tank. This tank, Erebus, I'll just give her a quick shout out. She was in the guild that I used to raid with until they disbanded, and then we kind of all got scattered. I forgot you, the sassy one. That's funny. Let's just focus on doing the mechanics of the fight, and we kill the boss. Let's get out of that. We have 5 melee, so as long as everyone knows to GTFO. Oh, speaking of that, now we get to just stay in our Fey line, punch and kick. I know that our tank has a hot there, has one of our mists, but we're going to go ahead and reapply that to them. Since they're mainly the one taking damage there, you see that hit hurts. Oh, what just hit us, dude? Oh, our tank isn't close enough to the boss. That's brutal. Is that what that was? Front left, front left. Oh, we do have Touch of Death. Oh, I definitely could have gone to solo one. Dang, dude, our DPS are squishy or something, because they should not be dying there. Alright, where do we need to go? So we're going to be there. We need to go front right. Just making sure they see it. As you see, it's you have to, although our shaman was assigned back left there, now the orient of the boss changed since he's not at that platform over there now. He's on this platform. Obviously, that was a stupid thing to say. But, so what was back left is that platform where I'm circling my mouse. Now it is going to be our front right. So that's why I'm screaming front right, front right, front right. Hopefully everyone knows that. Maybe I can set a marker? I can. Try to make it abundantly clear, guys, front right. I'm very excited with us coming to the end of this key. Very excited to see what our damage profile looks like. How good was this trinket really? Mine is only level 4. It's 242, level 4, I think. Level 3, maybe. No, level 4. It's level 4. So maybe I, use the valor that I get from the next few weeks on it. Wow, that died fast. Oh, God. We're doing some damage, man. I mean, I've definitely had some like Halls of Atonement keys where my damage is really high just because I get about 1 million damage from the gargoyles. But normally, I mean, I sit about 2.8k is probably the average. So it'll be nice to see if I can beat that. And it'll only go up from there once I get more used to tap targeting through ad packs, and once we get some levels on that trinket. But I guess first we gotta see if it's worth it. Honestly, I don't really know what happens if you make it to the totem phase with no totems up. I don't think I've ever encountered that before. Does it just never go to another totem phase? How does that work? Let's go tank trinket. I don't know. Alright, let's check out the damage. Probably what most of you guys are here for. You probably just skipped the whole video to see this. We did 3.3k overall. Dude, this trinket was 11.1% of our damage. That's actually better than what I thought it would be. Now, we only applied it... I don't know, maybe we applied it 147 times. I doubt that. 8% uptime when it itself has 25% uptime on us. So as you see, it doesn't apply all the time, but we do need to get better at tab targeting with it. Maybe it would help to actually put it on its own button, or it definitely would help to have a weak core. I'm going to definitely make a weak core. Let me see. It would definitely help to know the timer, how long it's on us, what its timer is. So maybe I could replace this ruby with it, which I should have done. Honestly exciting. I would highly recommend. For being item level 242, that dot only scales up, you know, with item level. The crit only scales up, but mainly the dot. Definitely could be the solve. I know our damage is still lower than most other healer classes, but it's more on par than normal. I mean, Phalanx Stomp doing 14.5k. I don't know. I'm definitely going to have to tinker with this a lot more. But let me know down in the comments what you guys think. Do you have this trinket? Do you have it for maybe your Brewmaster, your Windwalker? Are you going to give it a shot on Mistweaver? Personally, I highly recommend, especially for those of you that push really high keys. I know that there are some of you that do push like, 20 pluses. So definitely would love to see how that works out. Maybe you found that you like this with like Kyrian. Maybe like you like it with cheesy cycling. And I don't know. Just tell me what you guys think. Maybe some of you still are on the Night Fae train. As you see, I definitely enjoy the Night Fae train. It's a fun train to be on. But yeah, let me know what you guys think if you're going to try it yourself. And go ahead and hit subscribe. I know we've already passed 500, but you know what? The sky's the limit. I love making videos. I would love to do this full-time one day. So I think once we hit 1,000 subscribers is kind of when I can start to explore that option. Because that is when you get to monetize stuff. But until then, I will see you guys next time. Take care and keep on fisting.